Everybody, this is Justin Patterson, and I'm here to demo a game that I'm developing based on my graduate thesis at Drexel University on adaptive hypermedia. In the context of my research, this adaptive hypermedia is how to create a math game in a video game sense that adapts to the user's abilities. And the way I do that in a JavaScript program that I made last term that you can find at justinhpatterson.com/textadventure with a capital adventure /test.html is it first takes the user's skill level, which starts at 0 because they're just starting the game, and it generates a plus-minus math problem, and depending on how they do it, and how quickly they do it properly, it will then generate more difficult problems, the difficulty spiking both the number variation, so instead of 1 to 5, it'll be able to do like 1 to 15, and also the operation variation, so instead of plus minus, you'll get plus minus multiplication division. So with that said, let's start and see how I've implemented that thus far in this new demo. So this 3D game is now it now generates questions just like before, except I don't have a skill level implemented yet. I just wanted to test generating a random problem. So now I have 2 minus 0 equals 2. I have the solution there just for testing purposes, but this would be a fill in the result type question. The result being in that hello world section there. So I need to get 2. I see that I have 3 blocks. These blocks are all the same object. I just assign different numbers to them, so at runtime it generates identical blocks of a different material on top of them. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Whether or not this is in the final game is still up in the air. I just wanted a way of differentiating each number using a physical metaphor. So I want to get 2. I see that I can either use a 1, 2, or 3 block. For testing purposes, I'll show you what happens if I were to grab a 1 block. I place it on this answer pad here, and the result area becomes 1. That is the amount of input that I'm currently putting in. So if I were to then take, say, a 2 block and place it next to the 1 block here on the same input pad, whoop, it now says 3 because 2 and 1 is 3. So now what I need to do is make sure that it's the right answer. So I'll pick up this guy. You'll see it changes to 2. I'll put it somewhere else. That's my final answer. So I go and press this box, which would be the test the answer button, and I turn over and it says great job because I solved it properly. In the context of the final game, this would then generate a new problem, and that new problem would take into account that I got the previous problem correct. The more problems you get to correct, the more variation, just like before, you would get in those problems. Thank you. I'm Justin Patterson at Drexel University.